Want to see how I do my weekly Sunday meal prep and meal planning? Stay tuned. Hello everyone, my name is Nicole from TheLadyPrefersToSave.com, and today I am bringing a much requested video, and that is my weekly meal planning and meal prep that I do on Sundays. I just wanted to kind of show you how I am doing this part of my no-spend year. So utilizing the food that I have on hand with a little bit of fresh and a lot of frozen produce from my deep freeze. I just wanted to show you how a typical week of meals for myself, including breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and snacks looks. So let's get started. This week when I start my Sunday meal prep and meal planning, I like to start with a clean surface. So I will just make sure that my counter is prepped and clean and disinfected, so anything that I'm setting on top of it will have a great start for the week, especially when you're in discussing foods. Now this week I knew that I wanted to use a lot of the things I already had on hand in my pantry, fridge, and deep freeze, and so I wanted to use yellow peppers, pre-roasted potatoes and sweet potatoes, frozen honeydew, frozen pineapple, frozen celery, frozen tub of organic hummus, as well as some green beans and broccoli. From the pantry, I pulled out some mixed lentils that I put up a few months ago, as well as some of my DIY dehydrated cremini mushrooms, and these were going to be the base of what I would start to make this week for my lunches and dinners. It was really economical, and I love being able to shop for my home pantry first before having to go to the store. This week for lunch, I decided to make myself some curried lentil trays, so I start that by cutting up organic loose carrots and celery. Into that I will add ginger, adobe, and curry, just mixing it together and kind of eyeballing, and then I will roast them for 1 hour. I then took leftover grits that I had made from breakfast, layered them into trays so that they were ready to go. And then for my lentils, which I will take a 1.5 cup portion of lentils, then add 3 cups of water, a 1/4 cup of organic soy milk, a little bit of seasoning to taste, and we'll pressure cook those for 20 minutes. And then you will have the most delicious curried lentils you have ever tasted. Sometimes I have to add a little bit more curry powder to taste, but these look really, really good, and on top of grits are just amazing. And the best part is, because you're using something that's already curried, I don't have to add any oils or butter or any kind of additives to that whatsoever. So that, as you can see, I will just top the grits with the curried lentils, add the veggies, and my lunch trays are done. They are amazing and really, really good for you, and a lot of extra protein to just kind of give you a boost for lunch each week. And so I am looking forward to these immensely, and they are so, so good. Then I decided for dinner I wanted to have something a little bit lighter. So I'm actually going to have my larger portion of the day for lunch than dinner. So I am roasting yellow peppers and zucchini. I'm adding a little bit of adobe seasoning to those. I'm also going to be adding pre-roasted sweet potatoes and green beans to the dinner trays. And I'm hoping that having a larger meal for lunch will hold me over, because I'm also creating snacks for this week, including broccoli and potato slices that I will add to a little bit of nutritional yeast. I'm also going to take a little bit of Wassa crackers and hummus and add them to little jars. And so between the snacks and the larger lunch, I should be plenty fine for having just a small veggie dinner. So as you can see, I'm just taking all the roasted veggies, adding them to trays, and snapping some lids on them, and they are ready to go. And they're so pretty. And something I love about prepping plant-based and vegan meals is that the color of the vegetables is so stunning, and when you open up the tray, in which I just add to the microwave for under a minute and steam them, everything is really pretty and vibrant and inviting to eat. And then for breakfast, I knew that I wanted to make some smoothies, so this week I'm going to add baby bananas, honeydew, pineapple, a 1/2 teaspoon of agave, and soy milk, along with a little bit of chia seed and cinnamon, just to give it a little bit of kick. And I went ahead this week and added in some fiber to that as well. And so, as you can see, everything is just uber easy to blend up and to add to mason jars, and those are for breakfast. I already had a portion of banana pancakes from last week ready to go, and so I only needed to make 4, but this is a really, really economical, simple way to make smoothies, and you could, of course, leave out your flaxseed, chia seed, or the agave. That's just a personal taste, but I find that these are really filling, and the chia seed adds a little bit of bulk to the smoothie, and so I stay more full throughout the morning. I tend to have my breakfast pretty early, before 7 a.m., and so a little extra bulk always helps. I'm also going to be adding to that this week dehydrated sweet potato curls, DIY dehydrated cranberries, as well as dehydrated apple, plum, and banana slices as needed. I'm not going to jar those, but if I just a little bit hungry, I'll go ahead and take half a handful occasionally and have those. I'm also going to be enjoying a few nights this week some Bob's Red Mill organic popcorn. I use my air popper, and so I don't have to use any oil or anything, and I usually will have about a 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup serving when I do that, and so these will be available to me in addition for snacks if I decide to have them, and so they are already on hand and ready to go. So as you can see, here are my snacks, including my popcorn, dried fruit, the potato and broccoli jars in case I need a little something later in the day. I have added a few fresh mini bananas in case I get hungry this week. I have enough that I can have one each day. I also have the hummus and cracker jars, which I have weighed and measured the crackers, and that's actually the equivalent to half a wassa cracker and hummus. So those are actually 60-calorie little snack jars, which are great. And then here are all the breakfast smoothie jars, and then the lunch and dinner trays behind. So that is effectively, an entire week's worth of meals for me, and so I am so excited. It literally took me 2 hours and 6 minutes to get everything together, and that's a week's worth of meals, and everything is done and ready to go. I was able to shop from my home pantry and fridge and deep freeze to get this together. And everything is pretty zero waste. Although the trays are made of plastic, they are BPA free, and I really like them. They're super easy to clean and top rack for the dishwasher, and so really simple to maintain them, and I have really enjoyed using them for the last few months. As you know, I run a zero waste home, and so most everything else is put into mason jars, and everything is uber simple to get together, to pop right into the fridge, to have on one shelf ready to go, and perfect. And folks, that's it. How simple is that? Easy peasy. I will list in the description bar below the meal planning boxes that I use, as well as the Dr. Greger's Daily Dozen app that I use to kind of keep me on track of what I need to be eating each day as part of a plant-based diet. While I strive to have a whole food plant-based diet, sometimes it's just plant-based. It's whatever I'm able to prep for myself, and as far as I'm concerned, as long as I'm eating something that's nourishing and is warm and is comforting to me, then sometimes that's what's going to be prepped and done for the week. So, as always, thank you so much for watching, and be sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos and updates. Turn on notifications so that you never miss any of our upcoming videos. As well, check out the description bar below for some of our other social media channels so that we can be friends everywhere. And as always, please be kind to yourself and to others, and have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you so much for watching. Thanks, guys.